Sorry. It's a little uncanny here. Uh, I'm in the middle of snacking right now. I actually don't want to dig in this way. I prefer this. I guess I should have used like a different kind of spoon. Some people have got to stop certain practices, and they know that. My life feels threatened because I have to take care of someone's child because they don't want to bear as a teenager, as a teenager, they don't want to bear the responsibility of parenthood. So they saw myself and said, "We could use you. We can make an example out of you." I know there's a blessing in that if you think that I'm well off enough to be your personal mammy. Because naturally, I have a soft spot for children, right? Maybe I just wasn't ahead of time enough, or I was intentionally trapped in this timeline because I'm so stupid and dumb, and what other words are out there that to you, parenthood only meant that she's always this baby that you want me to caretake for you. I'm always smiling at that baby. And that is what parenthood is about. hmm Parenthood is only about smiling at a baby. What do you think teenagers were doing in their rooms? You think your teenager was just sitting in their room scrolling on their phone, watching cute videos? Oh, so you were a saint when you were a teenager. You never thought about doing anything. You wouldn't have even killed the crawling insect on the floor. That's how much of humility was within you. After spending all that time sitting in the classroom, which I don't mind if my career is already ruined before it began, I'm humble enough to still make sure I take a shower. All that, what's that called? Um, exactly, that's what I forgot. The word. I had to search it up. Back. Mhm. 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 All that. I'm willing to do all that and slave away since my career is ruined before it already began. Mm? And uh-huh, we're going to continue to ruin it. Yeah, I use hand gestures a lot. So that was the reality of seeing someone who looked like myself, except he was a man, experiencing fatherhood for the first time, and happened to be around the same age range as I was. When I was sitting in that classroom, as high as my libido was, if I ever thought about doing it, even before my libido even got stronger, the more I got older, I was already on some. Hmm. Hmm. I can't help it. I can only judge you right now because you had enough money to buy bottles at the club. You had enough money to buy bottles at the club and other stuff, but you could not get enough money to buy that. So now I'll die on that. I'll take the L for that. But teenagers want to have sex, and that's okay. As long as it's with. Let me tell you, when I was 14, I wanted to have sex with a 17-year-old. I told him straight to his face. But, hmm hmm when I was 16, 17, I just saw something that reminded me of home. It was very bitter, but it just reminded me of home. That's about it. And I just fixated on it, and that was about it. Because it just reminded me of home. Didn't I already tell you that I moved here middle of summer 2021? How old was I? 14? I feel like I keep over explaining myself. I haven't even washed my face in days or taking care of that because I know I'm deserving of that. I'll take that L. I don't have any structure to myself, and it's not aesthetic in as in the animated movies that you watch on your TV. The pure energy was supposed to keep the dark energy in balance. It wasn't supposed to be the other way around. Because when that happens, there's only chaos. Well, that's my perspective. I might be wrong. Shouldn't always take advice from. Hmm. And I'm going to defend myself here. Even though I can already hear some other voices trying to like speak my voice, speak my words instead. And it's cool. It's just got me like, if my mommy and daddy issues are just that effed up, I might just as well become a fag, right? That sounds like a good decision. You see how angry I am right now? Just keep laughing. And I was already on, I was, hmm, this was Virginia. I was already talking about how, to this boy, about how I felt like my men have already failed me. And I knew that my men had already failed me from the start. I know my energy was perverted from the start, and I knew that I was prey. So at some point in my consciousness, it just had me like, there's no point in actually praying anymore. Yes, it invokes emotion within me because after all, I'm still a human being, aren't I? The only thing that could test you to know that, oh, this is not a human being is if you actually dissected me, which y'all all love to do. And it's a mass, and it's a pile upon piles of whatever, not just digital. And I just had another, right? I was like, I think I already caught on to that years ago. But I was like, if you're not even willing to listen, I'm just going to eat my truth instead. Did you hear me the first time? If you're not willing to, I'll just, mm-hmm. Oh. Why do you think I wouldn't want to end up as a criminal? Hmm? Did you hear me? I said, why do you think? Mm-hmm. I had to get the itch. There's no saving me. There's no saying that I'm a damsel in distress. Even if I screamed and shouted, I'm a damsel in distress, I'm a damsel in distress, all the men are gonna look at me and say she could only save herself out of this mess. To me, those aren't real men, even though I felt at this point in my life, I felt like I was asking for too much. Because maybe whoever's grandfather is out there might be right. That maybe I was just deserving of a little love. But what if I feel like I am love itself and that it's my superpower? Exactly. You cannot be liberated without. I can't just go out there and say I'm a kid. I'm not a kid. Seconds are just passing by. Minutes, hours, days, months, seasons. This was never yucky to me. You know why I was okay with being prey? Exactly. Because I was okay with validating your predatory advances. And whilst you felt like sticking your nose in everyone else's business and talking, excuse my profanity, but talking shit on their names, you could have just minded yours. This is why now more than ever these T pages on my television annoy me. And it only enrages me more. Because most of the time they're they're off topic. And it's supposed to be rewarding when you get that random buzz. Most of the time, when I actually turned on my TV facing right in front of me, I just had a screensaver on. What's the whole point of it then? Whose world am I living in right now? Because honestly, I just feel I just feel played with right now. Yeah, do I have to repeat myself again? Trust me, I do myself all right. I've been doing myself all right. Is that why the world fucked me over? Excuse my profanity, but I just had to. I'm not the first. So, did we condition ourselves enough to think we were too ahead of time, or continue staying in the loop of a past that's already been lived already? Yo, even the pigs are getting smarter now. It's a type of that makes me feel like breaking code and speaking in my mother tongue. Yeah, that's why I'm in disbelief. Well, it's over. I even got preyed on by females. Excuse my slang use of terminology, but I'm not going to fake pump being a genius, even if it hurt my ego a little bit. You could only give out that much energy, and what did you get in return? Villains can't have anything these days. I'm trying my best to redefine villainy, but they always take it out of context. The ones who aren't truly villains. Yeah, it almost made me side with you. Ugh.